summer officially kicks off Friday, and it might have you heading to the dog park a little bit more often. And it can be a fun adventure for our four-legged friends, but there's some things that you really need to keep in mind when you go to the dog park.
Correct. And Lydia Vesterfeld with the Michigan Humane Society is here with the details. But first, she's going to introduce us to this adorable pet who needs a home.
Who's been so good, by the way.
Yeah.
He's
Who
doing
is
great.
this?
This is Steven.
Oh.
Steven's around 3 years old. He did come into us as a stray, and he was living outdoors. He has an ear tip here, as you can
Poor
see.
baby.
But he came into us injured. He did have a dislocated hip, so he did have to get surgery. And he realized while he was in our care that he kind of likes hanging out with people, and he wants to be in a home. So now he is ready to go up for adoption.
He's a nice kitty and he needs a good home. But I want to remind our viewers that Mike Morse, who's the sponsor of this segment, will pay the standard adoption fees for whoever adopts Steve. So thanks to Mike Morse and the Mike Morse Law Firm.
Yes.
That's amazing. So talk about, I know you said that he's kind of realizing he likes to be around people. What about families that have other animals?
Yeah, so while he's been with us, he has been extremely tolerant of his medical handling and all of that stuff. He is very friendly. He is tolerable, likes being held. So I can imagine that he'd do all right around children.
He seems adaptable. I mean, he's in this studio with the bright lights and he's doing great.
Yeah, for sure.
those
Yep,
pretty
he does just have a little bit of a limp from his hip surgery, so it might just be like stairs and stuff like that, you know. So just getting around a little bit more. But I can see him in a home, and I think he'd do really well.
You might have to carry him a little bit more.
Yeah, and I don't think he'd complain.
Yeah, he would love that. Oh, that's amazing. So they can get in contact with you at Michigan Humane if they'd like to adopt Stevie. Beautiful. Look at, he's looking into the camera. He knows.
Yeah.
He's a poser.
Yeah, right. And then Lydia, back to the dog park question, because again, dog parks, they're really busy this time of the year. Is there a certain etiquette that we should be following when we bring our dogs to the dog park?
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, just being mindful of you and your dog, making sure your dog is up to date on all of their vaccinations, watching your dog, and if they're interacting with other dogs, their behavior, you know, if things seem like they're starting to play a little bit too rough or somebody's getting a little bit upset, might be good to, you know, take a break. And you can kind of try to avoid that if your dog sometimes has trouble getting along with other dogs, maybe going at a lower traffic time when it's not super busy, you know, maybe earlier in the morning or later at night. And then honestly, just picking up after your pet as well.
Please, please.
Yes. Always having a leash and collar available. I mean, once you go into the dog park, you can take them off, but just in case, you know, there's always, if it's busy, doors are opening and closing and stuff like that. So
right. And I know that dog parks have kind of become like this social atmosphere.
Yes.
But you should always be like focused on the animals at the end of the day.
Yes, for sure. I would say it's pretty much like a playground for children.
Yes, exactly.
But dog version, so.
Amazing.
And there are just more and more of them.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Good idea.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. And again, if you are interested in adopting this amazing cat right here, Steven.
Steven, he'll probably go by Steve.
You can call the cat whatever you want. But and remember, Mike Morse Law Firm will pay those standard adoption fees for whoever adopts Steven. And this is just something that the Mike Morse Law Firm has done. They also want you to help contact them if you need legal help. Visit their website, 855-MikeWins.com, or call the same 855-MikeWins to find out if you have a case.
Thank you, Mike.
Yes, thank you, Mike, and thank you, Lydia, and thank you, Steven.